Hey guys, Dee here, and welcome back to my channel. And last night I really could not sleep, so I got up and decided to make this meal. And we're making tonight a vegan cheesy chicken and broccoli stuffed shells. And I'm going to make a mushroom puree to mix with my pasta sauce that I'm going to use. So these are the ingredients. You want to get some mushrooms. I got the ones that were already sliced up, some broccoli, and I had some Morningstar chicken strips on hand. Make sure that you see the emblem that it's certified plant-based, because Morningstar does in fact carry vegetarian items as well as vegan ones. These are the seasonings that I used, and I did not measure these out. I just kind of went freehand with these. But these are the items that I used when I cooked this recipe. And I also used half of a yellow bell pepper, half of a sweet onion, and then I also got these pasta shells that I wanted to stuff. These are vegan accidentally, but they're vegan. Just when you're getting your pasta, make sure that it doesn't include egg. But these are really, really great, and I really liked using them. So I went ahead and I pureed everything down, the mushrooms, the bell pepper, and the onion. When you're washing your vegetables, you don't need to put your mushrooms underwater. You actually want to take a damp paper towel and go ahead and wipe them down so that they're not super soggy if you're using them as a meat replacer. So just a little tip there. But I went ahead and pureed these. It didn't puree all the way for me, and I was okay with that. I was just kind of freestyling this recipe, so it was totally fine that it didn't puree all the way. I don't mind having chunky bits in my mixture here. But I went ahead and seasoned everything, and again, I didn't really measure everything out. I just kind of seasoned to taste and just was freestyling last night and just decided to record and see what would happen with this recipe. So that's just me mixing everything together, and then I'm going to get everything incorporated here and just make sure that it's all mixed and seasoned. And always just taste your product and make sure it tastes good. So if you feel like you need to add more, always add more seasonings and check it out and see if you like it. I went ahead and added the pasta sauce, and I loved the way the mushrooms added more body to the pasta sauce. It just looks more feeling with the mushroom sauce the mushroom puree that I used. And I just mixed it here and just made sure that everything was completely incorporated and stirred in, and it just smelled amazing, you guys. I really, really liked using this mushroom puree, and I think I'll use it again. Make sure that when you boil your pasta that you just do it according to package. And when you're using the chicken strips and the broccoli, you don't have to put oil in this pan. You just want to add about a cup of water and just let that water steam everything together. And that's what I did. I just kind of worked it through and let the steam hit the meat and the broccoli, with the plant-based meat I should say. And once it was really tender, you can see I can mash it up with my spatula. I was just chopping them in half because I wanted smaller bits of the vegan chicken strips here and smaller bits of the broccoli. But you can just tell how tender everything was just from steaming it with the water in the pan. And that's just what I'm doing here. And then I went ahead and I added all the seasonings and the chicken bouillon cube, and I just mixed it all together, and it smelled fantastic. It smelled amazing. I was just really, really happy with how everything was coming together and turning out. It just looked really, really good. I added 2 cups of the vegan cheese. This is the shredded mozzarella that was in the bag. And Daiya cheese melts really well on top of the stove. It just does so fantastic when you're making different dishes and you're incorporating it on top of the stove. And this mixture that I made right here, this looks like I really want to put it on top of some rice. I really think that it would go really well with that, or even just making some spaghetti noodles and putting it with spaghetti noodles. It was just so good, and I really liked how this came out and how cheesy it was. And then I took the pepper jack cheese that I got, the block of vegan pepper jack cheese, and I shredded it, and that's what it looked like. So it shreds very well. And those are my pasta shells there. And then I'm going to show you the mixture that's all nice and combined with the cheese. It just looked so good and so creamy. And there is the mushroom sauce that I made. And I just scooped it all out, and I wanted to make a bed for the shells that I was going to put on. So I just scooped it out, and then you guys will see what it looks like and how much I scooped out there. That's what it looks like, all scooped out. And then I put some cheese on top of the pasta sauce, and you know, the cheese didn't really melt very well in the oven, but it tastes phenomenal, so I was completely fine with it. What you're not going to see me do is stuff the shells. I did not record that, unfortunately, but I stuffed about 15 shells, and then I added more of the pasta sauce on top, and then I put some more cheese, and then I baked it in the oven for 25 minutes to give the cheese a chance to melt, but it really didn't melt. This is what it looked like when it came out of the oven. It still came out amazing. I loved it. It tastes delicious, and this is what it looked like when I plated it. You guys have to try this. It was so good. So if you try this recipe, let me know in the comments, and thank you guys for watching. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and have a great night. Bye.